Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I took this side table and gave it an updated, sophisticated look, giving it a fresh layer of paint. This table was given to me by a friend whose ex-tenant left it behind after moving out. My friend knows that I refinish furniture and she reached out to see if I wanted this piece. I mean, I won't say no to a solid, good piece of furniture. So I started by moving this to a workable space. That's my niece, you guys. She wanted to help out. And then I gave it a really good cleaning with some soap and water. After cleaning the side table and analyzing the condition it was in, this was actually a really good solid piece to flip. It had some major cigarette marks and it was a little bit wobbly. However, the glass tops were intact. There was no cracks or chips at all. That was a major win. I did find out that this side table was originally from Ashley's Furniture. I did a quick Google search to see if it was still in stores and how much it would sell for. At this time, it seems to be completely discontinued. However, there are a few places that still sell it, anywhere between $150 to $200. Now, time to disassemble. In order to prop the tabletops, I use these Pyramid Painters painting stands I got off of Amazon. Try saying that fast 3 times. Pyramid Painter painting stands. Pyramid Painter painting stands. Anyways, they help the furniture from sticking on the table or the floor wherever you're working. And it also allows you to reach the bottom to ensure these seamless, beautiful, clean lines at the end. I applied a layer of Klean Strip Premium Paint Remover and Stripper on the round tops to see what was under the paint. I thought maybe, just maybe, there was some solid, beautiful wood underneath since this did come from Ashley's Furniture. So I live in Texas, and the weather here is either hot or super hot. So I do like to use this plastic wrap to cover the stripper to prevent it from drying out. Then I allow the recommended 15 minutes to go by and let the chemical reaction take place. As you can see here, the paint does start to bubble up, and that means that we're ready to move forward. I used a flex scraper to remove the stripper and reveal what type of material we were working with. As you can see, wonk wonk, there's no wood. This is actually a plastic top on top of some particle board. So I knew right away we would be painting this a solid color. Once I was done scraping off the stripper, I used Klean Strip Mineral Spirit to clean off the remaining stripper and stop the chemical reaction. By the way, just a friendly reminder, if you're using either one of these materials, the stripper or the mineral spirits, always make sure to be in a well-ventilated area and use gloves to protect your hands. To prep the side table for painting, I started off by sanding the entire thing with a 120 grit sandpaper, and I made sure to clean it with a clean wet rag before moving any further. I wanted the side table to be a black color. So I prepped the all-purpose primer by adding some of that black paint into it to make it this gray looking color. This will allow the painting process to be just a little bit easier, and also there'll be way less layers of paint to get that jet black color. Once it was dried, I lightly sanded it with a 220 grit sandpaper and removed any of the dust with a wet rag. To paint the side table, I used BEHR Dynasty black color. Okay, so when the paint fully dried, it was not what I wanted. As you guys can see here, there's some major brush strokes and they were super noticeable. And I didn't like the aesthetic. It wasn't pleasing. Therefore, I went in and with a 220 grit sandpaper, I sanded it until the surface was nice and smooth. After it was clean, I went back and I gave the entire piece a second coat of paint. Oh my goodness, look at this. Like how? Why? I didn't get this at all. We went from brush strokes to like these watermarks all over the tabletops. This just was bizarre. The funny thing was that the legs were totally fine. They actually looked amazing. But for some odd reason, the tabletops just had given me a hard time. All I could think about is that somehow either the rag I used to clean them or the brush I used to apply the paint were not fully cleaned and they had something on them that caused a reaction. So I brought out the big guns. Okay, I brought out the electric sander. I used a 120 grit sandpaper to get rid of all of the imperfections. Then I followed up with a 220 grit sandpaper and made sure that the surface was extra smooth. So third time's a charm. Now, this time I used a different technique. I used a roller instead of a brush, hoping this would give me that clean, smooth, fresh look I was looking for. To seal the piece, I used Varathane polyurethane, triple thick, and a matte finish. Whenever I'm sealing a darker color piece of furniture, I always like to add some of the paint into the polyurethane to avoid any cloudiness that could happen. Now that everything was nice and dry, super smooth, it looked like I wanted it to look, It was time to put it all back together. Okay, guys, so here it is. We had this side table that had some cigarette marks, and it was a little bit wobbly, that just needed some loving. And we transformed it into this beautiful, gorgeous, classy black side table. Tell me what you think. As per usual, I will add a list of supplies I used in the description below. Now, if you like this and you want to see some other pieces that I flipped, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, here at Angie's Crafts Furniture Renovation. Bye, guys.